Ever tried to move money and hit a wall? Like, you're expecting a smooth transfer, but instead, you get a frustrating limit reached message. It's the worst, right? Especially when it involves your business finances. Today, we're diving into a common source of this frustration, ACH transfer limits, specifically focusing on Northone business banking. If you're a Northone user or considering becoming one, this video is crucial for understanding how to manage your daily transactions effectively. Now, before we jump into the specifics of Northone's ACH limits, let's quickly recap what ACH transfers actually are. ACH stands for Automated Clearing House. It's a network that facilitates electronic money transfers between banks or credit unions in the United States. Think of it as the invisible highway system for electronic funds. It's how direct deposits, online bill payments, and many other common transactions happen behind the scenes. Why are there limits at all? Well, these limits exist for a few key reasons, primarily security and risk management. They help prevent fraud and limit potential losses in case of unauthorized access to your account. Imagine if there were no limits. A hacker could potentially drain your entire account in a single transaction. Limits are a necessary safeguard. Now, let's get down to the brass tacks, Northone and their ACH transfer limits. This is where things can get a little tricky, because unlike some banks that publish a clear-cut daily limit, Northone's approach is a bit more nuanced. They don't explicitly state a fixed daily ACH transfer limit in the same way some other banks do. Instead, they emphasize a personalized approach based on your account activity and history. What does this mean in practice? It means your transfer limits can vary. Several factors influence these limits, including how long you've been a Northone customer, your average account balance, the frequency and size of your past transactions, and your overall account standing. If you're a new customer with limited transaction history, your initial limits will likely be lower. As you build a positive track record with Northone, these limits can be increased. So, how do you find out your specific ACH transfer limits with Northone? The best way is to contact Northone customer support directly. They can provide you with the most accurate and up-to-date information regarding your account's specific limits. You can reach them through the Northone app, their website, or by phone. Don't hesitate to reach out. It's always better to be informed than to run into unexpected transaction issues. Now, you might be thinking, this personalized approach sounds a bit vague. Is there any general guidance Northone provides? While they don't give hard numbers, they do emphasize working with their customers to accommodate their business needs. If you anticipate needing to make larger transfers, it's highly recommended to contact Northone support in advance. By communicating your needs proactively, you can often work with them to adjust your limits temporarily or permanently. This proactive communication is key. Don't wait until the day you need to make a large transfer to discover you're hitting a limit. Plan ahead. If you know you'll be receiving or sending a substantial amount of money, get in touch with Northone. This allows them to understand your situation and potentially adjust your limits accordingly, preventing any last-minute delays or disruptions to your business. Let's illustrate this with a couple of examples. Imagine you're a small business owner who regularly makes smaller ACH transfers for payroll and vendor payments. In this case, you might not even encounter any issues with limits, as your regular transactions fall within your established parameters. However, let's say you suddenly need to make a large one-time payment for a new piece of equipment. This is where contacting Northone beforehand becomes crucial. By informing them of this large upcoming transaction, they can help ensure it goes through smoothly. Another scenario, you're a freelancer who receives a large payment from a client. Again, depending on your usual transaction history, this larger deposit could potentially trigger some flags. While deposits generally don't have the same restrictions as outgoing transfers, it's still good practice to be aware and potentially inform Northone, especially if the deposit is significantly larger than your typical income. Now, let's talk about some strategies for managing ACH transfers within Northone's framework. First, as we've stressed, communication is paramount. Build a relationship with Northone support. They are there to help you manage your finances effectively. Second, plan your transactions. If you anticipate needing to make larger transfers, don't wait until the last minute. Give Northone sufficient notice. Third, consider alternative payment methods for very large transactions. While ACH is a convenient option for many transfers, for exceptionally large sums, wire transfers might be a more suitable alternative. Wire transfers are generally faster and have higher limits, although they usually come with associated fees. Consider the pros and cons of each method based on your specific needs. Fourth, keep your account in good standing. This includes maintaining a healthy account balance, avoiding overdrafts, and ensuring all your account information is up to date. A positive account history can contribute to higher transfer limits. Fifth, regularly monitor your account activity. This will help you identify any potential issues early on and allow you to address them promptly. Northone provides tools within their app to track your transactions and account balance. Utilize these tools to stay informed. To recap, Northone doesn't have a fixed daily ACH transfer limit. Instead, they use a personalized approach based on your account activity and history. The best way to determine your specific limits is to contact Northone support directly. Proactive communication is key. If you anticipate needing to make larger transfers, inform Northone beforehand. Plan your transactions, consider alternative payment methods for very large sums, keep your account in good standing, and regularly monitor your account activity. These strategies will help you effectively manage your ACH transfers with Northone. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.